Stephen Vittoria, players who now form the core of the current team, kind of found their way under your father and under yourself during that period of time. What do you recall about how those players became integrated initially, and what are your impressions since we're getting up to the hour mark? What are your impressions of the current team and their successful qualification to Qatar?
Oh, I mean, first, I think the national teams in everywhere is about generation of players, right? So in everywhere, for example, in Spain, we had a good generation 10 years ago, and we won everything, also because of coaching, right? But I think in a national team, the generation of players is the most important content, right? Also, you have to use them correctly, as in this case, John and his staff are doing. They are doing an amazing, almost perfect job. They were leading the group stage and everything, so it's amazing the job they're doing. But yeah, I mean, I'm happy that the things are going well, because some of the players we found them in somehow, right? Like Larin or other players. Thanks to other people like Bobby, because they have a great academy, and they were close to me every week. Please come and check my team, blah blah blah. Because for me in that moment was the weekends were boring, right? Our players, they were playing in Europe, some of them in MLS, like Issei when they came to play in Issei TOS. Some of them they came to play TFC or Montreal. For us was good because I have something to watch in my town, right? In this case, in Toronto. But other than that, my weekends was going to watch League One, college, university, something like that. And after in Monday, I watched by the platform we use, Instant Scout, watching the players, what they did in the team. So yeah, thanks to many people there in Canada with academies or contacts, come and watch this player, come and watch the other one. So we try to find players. And I have a nice story that I went to watch a League One match, TFC against another team. I don't remember the name of the team. And in that team was Chris Manella, Mova Bully, some special players, in the moment, potential players for Canada. But in the other team was another guy. Never know, nobody knows who was him, but the guy was doing really well. So I told my dad, we had to call this guy, but I said, how we cannot call a guy who never was in the program with the U20s or U18? And I said, yeah, but he's a special guy. So I went like 4 or 5 matches to watch the guy, and I asked for the video, and we called him for a friendly camp. He was Raheem Edwards. So now Raheem is playing started left back in Galaxy.
Los Angeles, yeah.
Yeah, so that means that in Canada, we have a lot of players. What they need is good competition, right? I mean, we have the coaches, because today the coaches are good. I mean, in everywhere. They come to Europe to learn, or they come from South America. We have coaches with a lot of quality to manage a team and to develop players. That's not a problem. The problem is the competition. And Canada, in that moment, they don't have competition, right? So for us was a pain in the ass, right? We have not matches to watch, because also in MLS, in that moment, TFC, Montreal, or Whitecaps, they had only a couple players from Canada. And in the rest of the MLS, another couple players, because in US, they are foreigners. They are not domestic. So how many clubs they want to sign Canadian players? They don't do it. So for me, CPL was a great news. It was late for us, but for the countries, it's very important to have the CPL. Very important, because it's like a garden, I think that a player is like a plant or a flower, and the coaches, we are the gardeners, right? And the garden is the competition. You have to water the players every weekend with a good competition. And now Canada has the competition. It's helping a lot the national team. It's improving the level of the team. And yeah, but beside that, obviously the John is and his staff is is doing really well. I mean, it's almost perfect. The fast, they play really fast because the players are fast also. They have like Alfonso Davids, Buchanan, Jonathan David, now Stacky organizing. Osorio is much better player than 7 years ago. He's scoring now with TSC, scoring with the national team, shooting. So many players, because there are many players below, right?
Mhm.
So they are growing up, pushing all of them, and the competition level is higher. So it's amazing now the situation for Canada is. I'm really happy with that.